Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase. I asked if you wanted this unboxing, you overwhelmingly said yes. In fact, I put it on Instagram, said, do you want to see a video on this model? And 97% of you said yes, so who am I to deny you guys this opportunity? I am going to showcase this model. It is unique to say the least. Something that was given to me while I was in Malaysia recently from Glen Chou, the director at Mini GT. It's still wrapped and I am dying to open it. So I am shooting this video and we are going to do this showcase today. What is this? Well, from far away, it just looks like a black box. You can obviously go up a little closer and you'll see that there's the Mini GT logo. There's the name of the model. We'll get to that. And also there's the number 1000. Mini GT numbers all of their releases. I just grabbed this one at random. This is number 449. They were approaching 1000 and the question started going, what is number 1000 going to be? Is it going to be something special? Is it going to be just whatever comes next? Well, the answer was given by Glen in Malaysia at the One Night in Malaysia dinner that number 1000 was going to be something special. This is the third director's gift model. It's a special item that Mini GT has basically been doing since the beginning. Glen Chou, the director, has reserved, this is the third one, a model for just whatever he deems fit, I guess is the best way to put it. And whether it's a gift to someone, a charity item, just something that can always be at his reserve to be used in any sort of special occasion. And we can talk a little bit about that. But I think the best way to describe this before we open this up is, I said there's 3. I actually have 2 of them. This was given to me after I did a week's worth of work with Ministry of Diecast and Johnny's Diecast in Malaysia with Glen. And as a gift before we left, he gifted us one of these models. And obviously that was a overwhelmingly special moment for him to give us these. I think we all will cherish them, but you asked for the showcase, so I am definitely going to do it. I said there are 3. I have 2, so I've got to go and find mine. And since all of my Mini GT are in storage right now because I'm transitioning offices, as I know I've documented quite a bit, and I'm getting to it, I have to find this one. So I pulled out the Kaido House and Mini GT storage bag that I have. And I have to go through, I know that I put all my Lamborghinis together, most of my Porsches and some other things. So trying to find them, I actually brought this out so I can look for it and try and locate this model. So that is what I am doing right now. I filmed it trying to find it, and I'm glad I picked the right bag because I have Mini GT in several storage bags and storage boxes. But I did end up finding this one buried. And so, well, here it is. This is number 410. I think the first one was number 81, maybe? Something like that. It was a Liberty Walk Nissan GTR. This is the second one, the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, all in black chrome. And then this is the third one. And once we get the plastic off, it's easier to read. But this is the Porsche 911 992 GT3 RS Weissach. I'm hoping I'm saying that Weissach package. I hope I've said that right. But we are going to open this up. But first, I tried to give you some explanation of it, but the better person to give the explanation is Glen. And 2 years ago when I was in Malaysia last time for MDX, Glen and I filmed a special video where he talked about some special edition Mini GTs. There's a link to that video in the description, but here is Glen talking about the director's gift from 2 years ago. So let's talk about another one I think some people are familiar with, and this is mind-blowing here. Tell me about these two.
Well, I mean, I think that people quite familiar with this, the director's gift. We start with number 84, the GTR.
And for those familiar with Mini GT, every car, every release, limited or not, gets a number?
Yes.
Okay. So number 84 is just this model?
Yeah, this is the first director's gift, which I use it for my own gift for special occasion, charity, and for people who really strongly support Mini GT. I created just to give something special to them and show my appreciation. So people ask me the price, and to be honest, I don't know. We designed that, and I just tell them make it happen, and I don't even know the cost of making it.
Just you do it, and then
and it was quite challenging. I mean, people say, "Oh, you just bought chrome." It's not, because when you brought chrome a body, a back chrome will show little bubbles.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, and unlike a painted body, you cannot just remove the paint and redo it. No, that's it. That part just throw it away. So the defect waste rate is very high. It's basic. No, it's no good trash bin. No good trash
Really?
bin. That's it. Yeah.
Really?
So when we did the first number 84, that's our first black chrome. We get a defect rate about like 65%. So
65 defects?
yeah.
65% defect?
Yeah, for the body, the chrome part.
So you threw away 65%?
Yeah, so it's almost like if we cast 100 black chrome body, we throw away 65 of them.
Holy cow.
Because you can see little bubbles on it or uneven, and it shows. In order to have this nice black chrome mirror finish, it's hard, and you cannot redo it. That's it. You cannot remove the paint. So I don't even. I was like, don't tell me. Just send it to the finance department. They pay the bill.
What are the? So these are, and then they're made. You hold on to them, and then they find where they're going to go over time, right?
Yes.
Something that you decide personally where they're going to go.
Yes. And then when we decided to retire the GTR, we decided to work with Lamborghini for the second car, and then originally we did a full black chrome, but I feel Mini GT advanced a lot over the last few years, so we said we should do more than just black chrome. So we adding pet printing patterns of carbon fibers on the roof and various area to kind of showcase our pet print techniques in this little difficult area and little parts. So this one shows a little bit different. You see more decorations.
Rare is rare, right? Yeah. Small numbers are small numbers, but what's cool about these is the process to create them, the fact that it's, there's going to be a lot of trial and error in making them. They're truly special. So it's not just I'm giving you something that I did small numbers of. You're doing something that we put extra effort into this, kind of a special way of creating it, and then it's something that you can use as a gift or something like that over time.
That's also a reason why the second car got delayed, I think 8 months, because they created the first prototype. They're about to enter the production. Yeah. And I was playing around with the prototype. I was like, I'm not sure. We need to do a little bit more than just black chrome. And they're like, Glenn. I was like, no, let's go back. Because it's not as simple as just adding that, because we have to do a concept drawing. Then we need to go back to Lamborghini. And Lamborghini will approve it, then we do another prototype. Right. And there's a lot of jobs
back and forth.
Yeah, but I was like, no, this is a director's gift. It had to be special. So it's like, let's just do it.
So you put the effort in. So these are truly special cars, and can't tell you how, there's no secret to acquiring this. It's just they exist. Yeah. And whether you come across them or not, that's totally, that's just how it works, I guess is what we're going to say. Yeah. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Better him to explain it than me, but ultimately here are the two. This was actually given to me in Malaysia 2 years ago as a gift after some of the work that we did, and obviously I've always appreciated it. And you saw it on the turntable, but here it is. Let me just kind of show you. Always in a black box, the director's gift, kind of a matte black with gloss, Mini GT logo and the title number and everything else, and of course the official Mumbo Jumbo. As Glenn said, the work on these is something that, they work obviously with the licensor, have to obviously request special permission to do this all black model, but that is what they did, and obviously got this Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in the black chrome. So I'll give you a close-up of this. Just don't drop it, John. You saw it on the turntable. It's essentially the same thing, but you can see the carbon fiber detailing on the top, the black chrome, the SVJ remains. That looks super, super cool. I mean, this is it on its own. Like, if this were, let's say, just like as a chase or something like that, it would obviously be super special, super sought after, just because it's such a unique looking car, and not unique just to be unique. It's beautiful. And as you look at it too, you know that it's like, and you know the story, as Glenn talks about it, that 65% of these, as they develop this model, were thrown away. You know that it's just something special, whether it looks good or not, but it's special on all levels, just the way it looks, the way it was manufactured, and then of course the fact that it's a gift. Obviously no retail here, charity for gifts. I mean, I don't know who has these. I don't know how many are made. but ultimately they end up in people's hands for whatever reason. It's just as Glen sees fit. So this is the third one, number 1,000. They obviously reserved that number for this one. I think that's kind of cool. And we might as well just open this up. GT3 RS, obviously he worked with Porsche. So I did ask Glen when I decided to do this showcase, I sent him a message and said, hey, is it the same? Are we talking about 65% failure rate, if that's a term? He said, we're doing better, but it is still such a give and take. There's still a lot of models that don't make it through the process because they want it to be obviously perfect. They've been able to work on the process of doing the black chrome. So anyway, I am excited to see this. I am ready to open this up. I didn't bring my knife. We got a little tear right there, so we can just start with that. Obviously you want to, just because of the nature of this model, I even like to keep the box as nice as I can. Here it is. You get a better sense now that the plastic is off of the box. You've got everything that you would see in a normal Mini GT model outside of obviously any sort of art. You just get the matte black with the gloss Mini GT and the title or the name of the model. There's the back. Porsche license, always important. Officially licensed product. We might as well open this up, right? I do like how Mini GT does the flaps because it just makes it more and more unlikely that you're going to rip it. Oh wow, this is just... And honestly, I'm a little nervous because I don't want to drop things, and I tend to do it. Here it is. Obviously, I want to keep I should probably have worn my gloves. You know what? Haha. It is rare that I get nervous holding a model, but I'm nervous holding this one, which is probably a bad thing because I shouldn't be like trembling, because this is incredible. More carbon fiber detailing on the top. Obviously what is doing it, well, actually, you know what? I'll put it on the turntable, but we can open up. I brought out, I think these are the other three 911 GT3 RSs that Mini GT has done. White with pyro red, black with pyro red, and yeah, all of them. And then this is the Weissach package. So let's open that one up, right? We might do this, but let's just open this one up so we can get a sense. I think this is basically this model. So here's the model. This is the exact model, I think. So you get this carbon fiber detailing trim on the hood, obviously on the roof. You get the GT3 RS on the side. You get these, in this particular case, you get these chrome red rims. Obviously, all the other details, this massive spoiler. Porsche on the underside. I don't know if we'll see that on the underbelly of this one, or on the underside of the spoiler. But this is a really, really cool model, as it is right here. This is the black chrome version. So, obviously, Glen mentioned this at the dinner. They had to go to Porsche and say, we want to do this, and had to get special permission from Porsche. Obviously, like any licensed product, but considering Porsche doesn't produce a black chrome, I think Porsche is usually kind of sticklers about, hey, when you do a replica of our cars, you do it as it would come out of the factory. And obviously, Glen had to go to Porsche and say, well, we want to do one. We'd put all the normal deco on it, but we do it in this black chrome, and obviously they got permission to do it for this special model. So let's look at some of the details. First off, I'll hold it. Obviously, you can see, being very careful, that the trim is there on the roof and on the hood. I think everything's the same except for the base color, but let's just see. You've got the GT3 RS trim on the side. On both sides there you get a nice angle of that. And then let's check out the spoiler. Obviously carbon fiber trim. Oh, yeah, you do. There's the Porsche on the back side of the spoiler, and that looks phenomenal as well. Let's go ahead and put it on the turntable so you can see it. Yeah, this is... You don't know what angle to take on a model like this. Obviously, it signifies something special. Glen is a really cool dude. I have enjoyed working with him over the last few years in many, many capacities, but he's become a good friend, and obviously this is a very cool token of that friendship. But also, he is such a good ambassador to collectors, and I think you see that at MDX and at other events, Brazil last year that I've been at with Glenn, is he's always willing to sign autographs, he's always willing to engage with collectors, and he loves getting feedback, good and bad, because he loves seeing the passion for the brand. And these director's gifts, outside of just the brand itself, is something that is just, you know, Glenn likes to show his appreciation, and so from that perspective, obviously it's very special. Just looking at it strictly as a model, it's incredible. It's incredible. I would say I really like the Lamborghini. I have seen the director's gift GTR, Liberty Walk GTR, and that one is very cool too. But it does seem that the process that they're going through for these models, in creating these models, is getting better and better and better. You know, of course, now how do you create a car show here? You could put the two black chromes together. I could move the Porsches. I could open up these other Porsches. I don't know, something. You guys tell me what you think. It's hard to describe these, obviously, because it is a model that the only way to get is to have it given to you. And, you know, I would not suggest you ask for one. But I would, you know, I don't even know how to say, you know, they show up. They show up in people's hands for various reasons, and they are very, very special. There are a lot of special mini GTs out there. I don't have many of them. Glenn works in many capacities with mini GT. Obviously, there's the retail models, there's the special event models, and there are other special editions that they do for organizations and things, of which he talked about in that video from earlier. But it'd be very hard to acquire all mini GTs, but you know, when you get one like this that has that kind of significance for working with the brand or whatever reason, obviously it takes on a very cool meaning. You guys tell me what you think. This is a very simple, you know, I want to do more looking like deeper into the mini GT collection because there's so many cool models, but we'll just start with this one. You guys tell me what you think. Beautiful model, right? Thanks everybody. Thank you, Glenn. Bye.